Hello, this is Katina from I Am the One Ministries. Today is February the 18th, Sunday, 2024. It is 5:15 p.m. And so I just wanted to give you a quick update on the Roma tomatoes of which I planted on February the 2nd. So here is what they look like. I took a Roma tomato and I sliced it, and I put a slice in dirt. So if you see the video I did on February the 2nd, you will see that I took a Roma tomato and I sliced it, and I stuck it in these little refurbished pots that I got from my herbs, and took some compost soil, and this is what they look like. I got quite a few. This little guy over here, from that tomato, I don't know what, maybe, I don't know. It's a late bloomer, but the middle one was the first of the three, and then these start sprouting and they just look gorgeous. I know my next step is to put them into a bigger pot, but golly, I think each stem is maybe like one plant. I don't know, but hey, here's to learning. And whatever God has you to do, you do it. And especially if He's for you, so that you can sustain and have food for life, and just continue on with multiplying life. I also went ahead on and started the clove of garlic was already sprouting, so I just said, hey, what did I do? I sliced the end of it, I sliced the part of the clove so I guess I can expose the flesh. I left on the what did I leave on? I left on that shell part of the covering, and then I just planted it. And so I had it fairly pretty far into the soil, and so basically it's come up through more of the soil. And that was 2 days ago. I planted that garlic clove February the 16th. Today's the 18th, and again it was in the soil, and now that's sprouting up. So I guess by me cutting the end of the clove so it can begin to root, whatever, I don't know, maybe it's working, whatever the deal is. I'm learning and we will see. I actually have tried to get some, like, I guess they call it cold hours. I believe it's called cold hours. And so for stratification, look these terms up: cold hour stratification, because certain seeds, whether it be fruits or vegetables, they need cold hours. So they need to have a way to think it's winter. So you would, like, some of the bulbs I took, the rest of the garlic bulbs, I took them, put them in some soil in a Ziploc bag, and then I put them in a freezer bag. I put that Ziploc bag into a freezer bag and put them in a freezer so that they can get some cold hours in some soil, and give them a freeze, or not a freeze, but some cold hours for about, was it 3 to 4 weeks, or you can sit them in the refrigerator. But the Miss Homestead Heart, she placed hers in the freezer, so I started placing mine in the freezer too. I think some people either put them in the refrigerator or the freezer. So see which one works best for you, to where they can, your bulbs or your seeds can get some cold hours. And it basically tricks them into winter, thinking that it's winter. And then once those weeks are up, you now plant them in some warmer soil so that they would think it's spring. You would do that, I believe, Yeah, you do it right after, your 3 to 4 weeks is up. But, just as you're getting into some spring like temps, which is like now to start planting most of these things yeah, for them to begin to grow and, so you can begin harvesting. I even took my chances at doing some banana slices and strawberry slices. So I did stick some strawberry. I ate some strawberries and I put them in some soil. Those didn't work out so well because I don't think I even saved a seed from when I bit those and ate those strawberries, and then just tried to see if I can find anything. So that didn't work out. So I planted that banana slice. I did 3 slices. We're going to see because the seeds are in the center of the banana. So the 13th is when I planted them. I don't know if they need a cold stratification, or I don't know how do you start bananas, but we're just going to give it a try. It's just a slice, so no harm, no foul. And the same thing with the strawberry. So I took a whole strawberry, and on the 13th, I sliced it. And so, just like the tomato plant, we're going to see what this does. So, again, your homework, if you're going to try to do the same thing, I did, I tried my best to get into certain things. And as you can see, there are my herbs and stuff like that are growing down the line. They were like bloomed very well, and you can see parsley over there. Parsley, it was a lot of parsley, Italian parsley. But I found that when I stuck parsley in the sun like the rest of the plants here, some of them looking a little scarce. But what I noticed that the Lord was teaching me, I prayed over these plants and everything. And then so I found what the Lord was teaching me, because I'm just like, Lord, why are they dying? Like, what is going on? And I'm just, you know, just going through this thing like, I don't have a green thumb and I have a brown thumb, but nope, I am not claiming that. When you learn plants and when you learn the way God has made them, you will learn what you need to know, and what how he has created each one and what they need to grow. So the reason why I have parsley over there is because parsley doesn't necessarily like the heat or any type of sun or whatever have you. And so I learned that even from another channel. I saw it and I'm just like, well, wait a minute, maybe it doesn't like the sun. And I'm just like, well, wait a minute. For photosynthesis, what wouldn't like the sun? So I kept sticking it in the sun and just saw that it was wilting. But parsley likes like cold temps, or like, it doesn't like really, I guess maybe it's like me, it doesn't like a lot of attention. So who knows that the plant down, let me see, plant this one down here, I forget which one that is, right there at the end. Let me see, you got basil, mint, oregano. Oh, thyme, that's thyme. Maybe thyme is the same way, because I'm like, oh Lord, time is dying, we're running out of time. Like, so maybe time is the same way, and I have to get it out of the sun because it was so full when I first got it. And again, I prayed over them and everything, and I'm speaking to them. And so the Lord is really teaching me how to prune, of nothing of which I knew how to do. And he's not only teaching me a lot of the things, a lot of my training consisted of the Lord using natural things, just like my grand dog Cotton and her senses, and learning how to hear her bark language and when she has to go to the bathroom and everything. And this is what the Lord used for me to learn how to hear him and to, go by every way. He showed me her bark, her tail, just her gestures, so that I can identify his voice. And so it's the same thing also with the plants as well too. And also he's teaching me not only to prune, and so because we're going to be doing gardens and things like that, but not just for the gardens, but out of our own natural lives. And so what I've learned was that whatever does not bear, as far as like what the Bible say, whatever is not bearing fruit, you get rid of it, right? And so anything that was like had, that was brown or just whatever, I got rid of it, and I, recycled it. You could recycle it either into the soil and put some of the old leaves into the soil, or you can save it for recomposting, for composting. And so that's something that you can do. And what I learned off from one of the channels, from Homesteading with the Zimmermans, the Lord always will lead you to where he wants you to go, and he leads you to some good people and his people. And so she said, whenever a branch is not bearing fruit, or from that point, if it's like just bearing like leaves, of course, you're not going to eat the leaves unless, depending upon what it is, you can probably put it in a salad. I don't know. But whatever, like, let's just say for an apple tree and you got a branch, let's just say this basil right here, you see all those leaves, and let's just say that's an apple tree, but down here there was an apple. So you would cut this part off because that's just leaves. That's not there's no apples on that branch, that part of the branch. So you cut that part right there, and then you save the part to where there's the apple, because then that leaf, the part that you cut, it will literally just begin to start growing. It will start growing, and I believe that's how they also take it and they graft them into others, into other things. How people like graft a pear and an apple together, and the things that man is doing is like what God is doing in these end times. How you have who Israel is, and then you have the Gentiles. Like, we're literally being grafted into the vine, the true vine, and God our Father being the husbandman. So I just wanted to give you an update on how our tomato plants are doing. And you see, though these plants all here, they started in these little pots. And so I just saved them. And here's another tip I want to give you guys. The Lord has also led me into like Lowe's and Walmart and Home Depot. When you see that they're throwing away things that their planters and stuff like that has been shipped in, ask them, can you have them? Like, they will be more than willing to give them to you for nothing, just so that you can get them off their hands. So anytime you see that it is something that you can use, to where that these stores are throwing away, plus just make sure that there's no chemicals or anything like that, but of course, like, the Lord led me to go to Walmart in the perfect timing, because I was looking for some like planter things, and these pots that are just like this, maybe I should go get them. Eek, no. But these pots that are just like this, it was a bunch of them, and they were getting rid of them. And I was like, are you going to get rid of those? And she said, we're supposed to be recycling, but they don't do it. So I said, can I have them? And she was like, oh, yeah, take all of them. And yep, sure enough. Other than that, the Lord has led me to, for starters, you can like get ice trays from the $1.25 tree. Get ice trays, and that's how another way you can kind of start your seedlings and little planters. What else? Some other good ideas. God has been really good with, just being resourceful, in these times. But I just wanted to show you all how, these, not only are how the herbs are doing, but just how, there's little parsley over there in the corner. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to look up thyme and see if thyme doesn't fare well in the sun, and it doesn't like sun. Rosemary down there, she is just up and popping. And I have sage right next to her. There is sage right here, and rosemary is right there, nice and tall. Time is just, running out of time. And parsley is over there. Parsley is just like, listen, I'd rather be over here in the corner. And you right here, you have oregano right here, and that's mint. And this is basil, of course. And another thing that the Lord has led me to, you see those straws, he had me, not only so do I spray the plants with water, and then I'll spray the soil a bit, but he has me taking water and filling the top. So I spray water right in there, and it goes right down into the soil. So listen, when you are connected to the Holy Spirit, let me tell you something. It's holy. It's the holy. It's not only holy, but it is the truth. So God is so good. And I think that's it. So you see our little Roma. I want to do some other tomatoes too. I just want to grow. Well, I want to grow a lot of different varieties. I even want to grow the steak tomatoes, but I want to grow tomatoes that I use, but mainly like different varieties. And whatever I go to buy, listen, all you have to do is just spare one tomato, and look at that. Look at the Lord said, be fruitful and multiply. Look at that multiplication. It's crazy. That's the fruit. That's the tree that I'm going to eat from. The tree of life, always. Knowledge of good and evil, never. Look at how much life the Lord has given me by giving me all these tips, and now giving multiplication off by telling you guys. So I pray that you do the same. Multiply, be fruitful, spend that time with him, allow him to give you fruit, you give him fruit, and then go out in the day and multiply. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I'm more than likely going to begin to taking some leaves off so that they can grow more. And I'm going to dry some of these puppies out so I can begin my little dried out herbs and stuff like that. Like, why keep them there when they're only going to grow more? So, yeah. So I'm learning. I wanted these things to like stay nice and full bloom. I'm telling you, even mint, oh my goodness, all these things had a full head of hair. And then when it came to where I had to learn what God needed me to learn, not only for myself in my personal life, but what I needed to learn on growing, because that's where we're headed. He will show you. And it's not all about, whether you have a green thumb or not. You just need to learn their language of love, which is life. And so once you do that, it's just smooth sailing from there. It's not all about not having a green thumb, or then you claiming cursing yourself and saying you got a brown thumb. That's what I did. But oh no, the devil is a liar. Green thumb all the way. I got a green thumb of life, and that's what it is. Just learn their culture, learn their environment, and you'll be good to go. And learn when it's best to begin to grow, and you could do it. So, and do it in Jesus' name. So, all right, that's pretty much it. But if I can do it, I'm telling you, y'all, if I can do it, you can do it too. All right, so enjoy. Happy growing. Take care. Bye.